Hey everybody, welcome to my cooking show. I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm going to do a recipe share and a craft, a quick craft. I'm not going to take long, but I had talked about doing a recipe share for a pumpkin crunch cake, and I can't find pumpkin anywhere. So that'll have to come later. But this recipe, I think, is a gazillion times better. This is if you love caramel, this is the recipe. It's called Carmelitas or Carmelitas. I guess it depends how you say caramel or caramel. But it is amazing. And I don't know why I always think of it in the fall. I guess I think of caramel as a fall dessert, but it should be year round. Can be year round. Okay, so here's the problem. I started the recipe earlier and I realized that my camera was not on. So just a little part of it's already started. But if you want this recipe at any time, just comment below, comment recipe, and I'll send you the recipe. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick up where I left off. All I've done so far is it calls for, and it's backwards. Okay. Caramels. You know these, the little individually wrapped caramel squares. It calls for 32. I don't know why, but this little pack, this is 11 ounces. It had plenty and a few extras. So you just unwrap them. So I've already done that. You take a small saucepan and you put your caramels and your heavy cream and just melt it till you have a caramel sauce. That's all I've done so far. The rest we'll do together, okay? So all I'm gonna do is take a mixing bowl. Let me make sure y'all can see. Okay, you're gonna take your mixing bowl and I've got, let me set this aside. I've got flour, just all-purpose flour. And I've got oats, oatmeal, put that in here. I've got brown sugar. I already packed it. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Sorry, I'm watching football too. And then I've got melted butter. Oh, and I've got baking soda. You know what? Let me pop this in the microwave real fast. Okay. So we're gonna mix all this up. It's very important. You have to have an 8x8 pan. If it's bigger, they're gonna be too thin. If it's smaller, they're gonna be gooey. Sorry. Melted butter. Okay. Yeah, I had all this ready, got the picture taken, and then realized I didn't do the camera right. So, all right, so we're just gonna mix this up to make I guess you'd say your crust. It's kind of like it's a cookie crust. So we're gonna mix this up. And I've already greased my 8x8 pan. Yeah, I thought I was gonna get this done during halftime and I didn't do it fast enough. Oh, let me pull this up so I could see if there's comments. Okay. Okay, sorry. All right. So yeah, I was joking when I said welcome to my cooking show. This is not a cooking show. But what's wrong with sharing recipes, right? Oops. All right. So once you mix that up, and like I said, anytime if you want the recipe, just comment recipe and I'll send you the recipe. But it's called Carmelitas or Carmelitas, depends how you say caramel or caramel. All right, so I've got my greased 8x8 pan. I'm just gonna use half of this recipe, half of the crust. Pat it down in here. And then we're gonna, can y'all see? Now I'll pop that in the oven for on 350 for about 10 minutes, and then we'll add the rest. Get some more. I hope y'all are having a great weekend. It's beautiful here. If you hop on, tell me where you're watching from. Say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what the weather's like where you're at. We're having perfect weather, perfect fall weather. Of course, it could be a little cooler. I'd be happy if it was just a tiny bit cooler, but I'm not complaining. All right. I'm waiting for somebody to pop on and say, why are you cooking? Because it's a cooking show. That's what we do. I'm multi-talented like that. Okay, I'm gonna pop this in the oven. Be right back. All right, that's gotta bake for 10 minutes, and then we'll add the rest. But while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and start a craft, a fall craft. Okay, so I'm gonna move all of this out of the way. Okie dokie. All right, so this craft is, hey Kelly, hey Lori. I have my iPad over here because I can see comments over here, but I can't see comments on the camera. So, okay, let me grab my craft. Okay, so this is a kind of a boho themed craft. I'm gonna take, let me show you what I've got. So I found these cute coasters. There's 4 of them actually, but I'm only gonna use 2. I found these cute coasters at Home Goods. They're just plain coasters, but aren't they cute? They're like macrame. Okay, I'm gonna use 2 of those. And I got this sign from Dollar Tree. It's a little Halloween sign. It was $3. Mine's a Dollar Tree Plus. So we're gonna use this. And I think I like these little beads, so I'm gonna leave this little hanger on it. Okay, so I got this. I'm gonna pop this little metal thing off. I might not, you know what? I might not have to pop that off because I'm gonna cover it. This is just cardboard, but it's a textured cardboard. Can you see that? And this actually came from, don't laugh. So I bought this fall blanket, and you know how when you get a new blanket and you unwrap it, there's like cardboard or something kind of to hold it to keep it stiff? Well, this was wrapped inside the blanket. So, and I thought it's textured, so I thought that might be fun to paint. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I got my sign from from Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna take this sign, but I don't want it as a Halloween sign. So I'm gonna cover that up. All right. And then I've got 2 sticks from my yard. These are gonna be my pumpkin stems. Okay. And then I've got like raffia and ribbon, jute. This is the wired jute. So I'm trying to make a little stem, a little curly stem for the pumpkin. Okay. If you hop on, say hello. Hey, Nick. I think I saw Laura. Hey, Laura. Okay. In case y'all missed the beginning, this is also my cooking show. I'm just kidding. But I am sharing a recipe, a caramel recipe that is super, super, super good. And if you want the recipe, just comment recipe and I will send the recipe to you when this is over. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and finish working on this. This sign is from the Dollar Tree. But we're not gonna make a Halloween sign. So I think you know what? I'm not even gonna try to tear this off because I'm gonna cover it with this cardboard. Okay. All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dry brush it so that it only paints the raised part, the textured part. So I got my crusty brush that I always talk about that I never throw away. And I've got like a cream color paint. This is Apple Barrel Antique Parchment. So we're just gonna do that across the top. I'm not used to crafting in here. All right, like I said, I'm just gonna dry brush it. So I'm really trying to get most of the paint off the brush. Can y'all see? If you can't see, you can swipe the comments to get them out of your way. Boop. This is just to lighten it up a little bit. Sorry, I'm watching a football game. I'm sorry. I did not time this well. Okay, can y'all see that? Okay. I feel like it might need a little more. All right. So I think for the frame, I'm gonna paint it. I'm just trying, you know what though? I think I'm gonna take some of this cream color and I'm gonna hit right in the edges first because I cut this to fit in here, but you can kind of see I didn't do a very good job getting it all the way. So I'm gonna paint that so that it blends in a little better. Maybe. So I'm just gonna get a little of the cream color paint. You don't even have to be neat about it because it's not really gonna show that much. So it's been a minute since I've been on here. Okay. Okay. So do y'all think I should paint the frame like a cream color to blend it in? I'm going for a boho theme, so I don't really want like crazy colors. I was thinking like a aqua color. Or is that crazy? Or should I just keep it like a whitewash cream? What do y'all think? Let me look at something. think maybe if I kept it a whitewashed, it would really blend in. And we can paint over if we don't like it. Hey, Sally. Take care. Sorry, I'm sorry I'm squinting. This light is really bright. So, I think it needs a color. Hold on, that Halloween thing is distracting. Because what we're going for is we're gonna have this background. We're gonna have these are gonna be pumpkins. So should I keep it all really neutral? Okay, cream, okay. I'll take it. All right. So let's get a better brush. It does come in handy having my sink right here. I can just craft in the kitchen every time. You'll see? This isn't real wood, so it's kind of hard painting. It's not really, yeah. It's not really gonna whitewash, it's just really gonna paint. Oh, okay. Let me, hang on. We're back to our cooking show. Remember, I'm multitasking here. Okay. So, I'm gonna separate this. Hang on. Let me wash my hands. So if you just joined, we are making a caramel dessert. It's called Carmelitas, or Carmelitas actually. But it's a caramel dessert, and y'all, it's the bomb. Okay, let me grab it, and we'll do the last part and pop it back. We'll send it out to you. Okay. So we already we melted the caramels with heavy cream and made a caramel sauce. And then we mixed oats, flour, baking soda, melted butter, and brown sugar. And that made the crust. And we put half the crust in the 8x8 pan and popped it in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes. Now we're gonna do the rest. Okay. So like I said, I already made the caramel sauce. It's just the caramel squares, you know, the individual caramel squares, melted with, sorry I'm touching my face. Nobody's eating these but me and my husband. Caramel squares and heavy cream. And I'm just gonna pour this over the crust. Oh my gosh, this looks good. Okay, so you just spread your caramel. Okay. And then this part's optional. If you want to sprinkle salt, like a salted caramel, you don't have to do that. That's not part of the recipe, but I'm gonna do it because I like salted caramel. Okay. Then you sprinkle your semi-sweet chocolate chips. These are Nestle Toll House. You sprinkle those. I'm gonna save just a few to put on top. Then you take the rest of your crust. It's the cookie crust. Sorry, my oven is annoying. It wouldn't be bad if you could change that song, you know, make it something you like. Okay, so I'm just gonna crumble this on top. I always joke that this is the recipe. This is why my husband married me. When I first met him, I had made some of these, and a whole bunch of friends came over, and we were all hanging out, and I had made a big pot of chili and some of these. And ever since he had these, he's been like in love with me. No lie. So, no. Okay. It looks a little messy, but I promise you it's so good. This is one of those things that's better the next day. You know, like spaghetti. Does anybody else think that? I think spaghetti's better the next day. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my chocolate chips. I'm gonna pop this back in for about 15-20 minutes. Okay. Let me wash my hands. All right. So, back to our boho sign. Okay. So we're trying to get y'all, I will probably never do both of these together again. I will separate recipe share from crafts. It's a little harder than I thought. Okay, so back to painting our Dollar Tree sign. So it's not really whitewashing it because it's not wood. It's more, it's like MDF, I guess. Or is it press board? Is that the same thing? Okay. We're gonna do it cream. Y'all, if you're just hopping on, say hello. Let me know you're here. Hi, Allison. And if you missed the beginning, you can always catch this on the replay. You know, from the beginning. It'll pop up after this one ends. Okay. So is everybody having a good weekend? I was just saying at the beginning, we are having like perfect weather. It's so pretty here. It's like, well, I want to say it's in the 70s. It was in the 70s when I was out earlier, but I haven't been outside in a little while. So it could be a lot hotter, but it's beautiful. And I think I'm gonna leave this beaded hanger on it because I like it. Pull my sleeve up. Let's see. Okay. So I've had these coasters for about, gosh, maybe a month now. And I knew I wanted to do some kind of boho theme with them. I just couldn't figure out what. And then I saw this little sign and I thought, okay, it's the right size because they're not very big. Where'd they go? And I thought about doing like a newspaper background instead of this, but then I found this textured cardboard. Okay. I guess I need to do, we'll do the outside too. Okay. So this is where we're at so far. It's still a Halloween sign for now. You know what? I'm wondering if I wipe it down, will it kind of whitewash it a little bit? Because it is drinking up the paint, that's for sure. Got one more side. This might time itself perfectly with that recipe. But like I said, that's one of those recipes that's, I think it's better the next day. You know how things set up and they firm up, or like I was saying, spaghetti. It just kind of, I don't know, the flavor soaks in. Not to mention when this comes out of the oven, that caramel is scorching hot. All right. So I'm gonna see, I'm gonna take and wet this paper towel. Yeah, I think this is much better. Is y'all's screen freezing up? Or is it just mine? I've got my iPad over here so I can see comments, but it's it froze up like a long time ago. Oh, good. Okay. Maybe it's just mine. Yeah. I have it so rigged up in here it's not even funny. All right. Kind of rinsing away what I was trying to do. On the bottom. Okay. Can y'all see that? Oh, you can put it here. That side's not in the camera, honey. He's trying to sneak around the camera. All right, so now we're gonna put our little insert, our textured cardboard. So I'm just gonna hot glue this down. Oh. You know what? I don't think my hot glue is hot yet. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the pumpkins, which are these coasters. I just think they have like a boho feel to them. So I'm gonna try to make them into pumpkins. And I have these sticks that I found in my yard. I think they're kind of rustic looking. I think they'll be perfect for that. So I'm gonna fluff it up a little bit because I wanna try to make one, they're the same size, but I wanna try to make one look a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna try to fluff it out more. Let me see. Hey, buddy. They're shedding. Okay. So just to get an idea, put one here, maybe one here, kind of like this. Little stems. You'll see that. Okay. All right, see if it's hot yet. Yep. Okay, so got that in. Now, let's just make sure I don't do it upside down, because I'm working upside down. All right, let's do, put that one there. And like I said, I'm gonna do this one just a tiny, tiny bit higher. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my sticks. I don't know if I wanna do them this way or this way. Let's do them flat. Okay. Oh, shoot. Let's do this one up. Oh, this one might be too big. Oh, I can do it that way. All right, and I've got all kinds of raffia, and I've got that wired jute to do like the curlicue. Let's do some of those. Just gonna wrap it. Glue that down. All right, we'll do another one. Can y'all see those curly cues? It's supposed to be like the little vines. Okay. We'll do some of this raffia. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to look messy, so I think that works. And okay, so I've got this burlap mesh, and I'm just gonna pull some of these strings off. See those little? I'm gonna put those in there too. And I also have some orange gingham ribbon. I'm gonna add that too. Okay. Let me grab that out of the oven. Okay. All right, there's that one so far, and I've got these little half wood buttons. I'm gonna attach one of those right in the center. Okay. All right, and we'll do the same thing on the other one. Hey, girl. sitting here worried about burning my finger, and I've got my little protector. Alrighty. Well, y'all, I thought I had 2 of those buttons. Oh, I do. Okay. Oops. Ow. Sorry, my phone was ringing. All right. All right, just trim those up a little bit. What do y'all think? Can you see that? Oops. It's very simple. I wanted simple, kind of boho. I think that's cute. All right. I don't think it needs anything else. I think it's good like that. It's just 2 coasters, a little Halloween sign from Dollar Tree. Perfect. All right, so now for the recipe. If you want that recipe, just comment recipe in the comments below and I will send it to you. It is, we'll go over the ingredients one more time. All it is the little caramel squares, you know, the individual wrapped. It's caramels melted with heavy cream to make a caramel sauce. And then the cookie crust is flour, oats, brown sugar, baking soda, melted butter. And then there's chocolate chips in there. And I added a little bit of salt, so ours is gonna be a salted caramel. They are the bomb. Let me get it. It's too hot to cut into right now, but let me just get it and show it to you. Let me just move my stuff. Yeah, I will never do a recipe and a craft together. I'll separate them next time, I promise. So see, it looks really gooey, but you can see the caramel right here, and it is gooey. That's why I was saying if you cut into it now, it's just gonna be gooey and goopy, but if you let it, you're supposed to let it set for about 2 hours. It says you can pop it in the fridge to kind of speed it up a little bit. I might do that, but I promise you, tomorrow they firm up like a cookie, like a brownie. It's like a cookie brownie, but it's caramel. There's that layer of caramel between this layer of crust and the bottom layer of crust, and it is amazing. So if you want this recipe, just comment recipe and I will send it over to you. It's super easy, super quick. I mean, it was just a few ingredients and it's the bomb, I promise. But yeah, I always think of caramel in the fall. I guess because like think about Starbucks comes out with their caramel, salted caramel lattes and stuff like that in the fall. But you could do caramel year round, right? I should. Okay, so I wish y'all could smell this. It is amazing. So anyway, if you want the recipe, comment recipe. I will send it to you. And tomorrow when I cut these, unless we cut them later tonight, whenever I cut them, I'll post a picture so you can see how the inside looks, because you can see the layers with the chocolate and the caramel and the cookie. But that's it. And here's our little craft again. It's the Boho pumpkins made from coasters. I found these coasters. It was a set of 4 at Home Goods. Aren't they cute? And I just thought, boho pumpkins. And the little stems or sticks from my yard. And then just some embellishments. So, if you like this, if you want to share it, feel free to sprinkle this with all your friends. And that's it. Y'all have a good weekend. Thank you for watching. Bye.